about us. Okay. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say respectfully, always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. They gave up on you, they overlooked you during your journey. You matter, you're worthy to the genuine ones with no misintentions. I truly hope all is well in your end, and I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. They not love you, respect you, or protect you. You matter and you're worthy. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process. I am now your genuine love, respect. No mother or father or family member should lose a loved one or a child because someone is jealous or has an envious mindset or they got malicious intentions because they have insecurity, and I say that respectfully. No mother or father should lose a child due to someone sending their child an evil lie. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, or let alone projecting spoken in a toxic way. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Naya the J, don't be goddamn it. My content about us. Okay. Entertainment purposes only. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. You know, healing trauma and pain, it's not a race or an overnight process, but you are worthy of showing up for you, and I say respectfully. You know, when individuals ain't gotta pretend, that respect actually hits two different ways at the end of the day. Emotionally available, not to send you the evil lie. Emotionally available, not to send you the evil lie. Someone having self-control when it comes to discipline. They wasn't starting to step on your toes, but they didn't have to pretend to be authentic when they came in your life. They wasn't trying to outdo you when it comes to your drama, you know, healing trauma and pain. The energy is different. They wasn't trying to outdo you better than you when it comes to elevation. They wanted to see you grow, to see you elevate. That energy is different. How when the right people walk into your life, they didn't have to pretend, being authentic. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. You matter and you are worthy. No, I haven't said representative. No, I haven't said that we got done. My content about us. Oh, okay. You ever decided to say, you know what, I want to come out of my comfort zone? You know, you have one of those family members that invite you out to the hair store, whatever the case may be, because they're trying to get their hair do or whatever the case may be. But you didn't sign up for a long day ahead of you. No, for real, because you didn't think that you was going to be at the wig store a whole day long. No, I haven't said to me. You ever had that one family member, like an uncle or aunt or a cousin, a loved one at the end of the day, that you care about? They like, hey, I'll buy you some lunch or whatever the case may be. Let's go hang out. No, you haven't shaked of me. You wear wigs? I haven't shaked of me. You ever been so surprised and then it was hold on 1 second. I want to apologize to myself because you bother my mental health. No, you haven't shaked of me. What the fuck going on here? You ever had that one family member at the end of the day that said, you know what? I need you to come out with me today. And not only I want you to come out with me today, I want to have a good time. You know, you get to your destination with the getting to your destination, whatever the case may be. A place where you really don't want to be. No, Evan, straight over me. You ever went to the nail salon with a friend or a family member at the end of the day and all the acrylics started to bother you, whatever the case may be? It's something that is not your forte. But you know what? I'm going to do it for you today. No, Evan, straight over me. I would never do that shit ever again. What's wrong with people? No, but real. You ever ask somebody at the end of the day, hey, what are you doing today? Where are we going today? Don't worry about it, it's a surprise. A surprise is somewhere at the end of the day where you don't want to be. No, Evan, check on me. I just thought about this bullshit. You ever realize at the end of the day, one of your family members wearing a wig that you never knew that even existed in the day? So you mean to tell me you talk about everybody else's wig but yours? No, Evan, check on me. You know how you got that one family member that talk about Aunt Brenda bad wig? How that one family member talk about chaos and confusion wig? No, Evan checked on me. They even talk about their own goddamn kids. What the fuck? Evan checked off me. So now you realize today this motherfucker wears a wig and you trying to figure out your train of thought. Hold on 1 second. It's making sense why you have those bad hair days. No, Evan checked on me. You got that synthetic shit. That shit is wig. No, check on me. That shit all pushed back, all natted and knotted, and I thought that was your hair this whole entire time. But goddamn, I see why it wasn't combing your hair, because you didn't care about yourself. Evan checked over me. Don't talk about me on my worst day. No, Evan checked on you. Had so much to say about me when I was coming and going, hello, but I understand common sense. No, bro, a motherfucker would kick you down, and as soon as you speak up for yourself today, just because I do it to you don't mean for you to do it to me. No, Evan checked on me. Oh, I can't stand people. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. You know, my content is not for everyone. I may not be entertaining to the average person, but being authentic is not a crime, and I say it respectfully. Entertainment purpose only. Illustrate though me. When you from a city or whatever case may be, and you know certain popular bridges or whatever case may be, it's just certain vocabularies that certain people just don't do. No, illustrate of me. You ever had that one family member or friend reach out to you and say, you know what? I want to go over the Brooklyn Bridge today. Oh. You know, let me know when you make it to the other side. I'll catch the train and we're going to be on the same page. Hey, illustrate over me. You know how unstable that bridge is at the end of the day? No, it's the train to throw for me. I don't know if you know or not at the end of the day. A motherfucker will psych you at your own free will. Bitch, I can't swim. What the fuck, that dirty ass fucking water? Is you crazy? No, the train over me. I walk it every single day. I'm so very thankful that you getting your calories up or whatever the case may be. You burning your sweat or the case may be. But everything is not for everybody, like walking over the bridge. No, it's the train of me. I don't care how secure you think it is, but I wasn't trying to shortchange myself of my mental health. Hello? You ever had that one friend at the end of the day that decided to say, you know what, I want to go to the zoo? You know, the zoo sounds like a cool place to go to, but only reason, hold on 1 second. You get to the zoo, but they get into the zoo. You seeing the monkeys, the different all types of animals or whatever the case may be. You standing somewhere where you're not supposed to be standing because, hold on 1 second, there's no sign that says cautious, 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 and the change on me. This motherfucker decides to want to come two-piece you. It's the train throw for me. Everybody's just in a state of shock. We never saw that before. No, Evan, shake on me. You trying to figure out your friend mental health because it didn't land on you at the day, but it landed on them. But you just thinking the day, if that was me, I'm ready to go. What with you goddamn monkey? What the fuck wrong with you? No one to shake over me. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. My content is not for everyone. Today is currently September 15th, 2025. I may not be your average norm at the end of the day. I may be corny to you, but it's not a crime to be authentic. He was more so RESPCT, neighbor, far from a hater, neighbor, 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 neighbor. We not the same, neighbor. Didn't have to pretend when I was truly woke. I made you uncomfortable in your own skin. Hold on 1 second. You would never understand certain folks. Stepping on their comfort zone. Hold on 1 second. I love myself not to dim my light. Yeah, you said I'm whack, I'm corny, I'm a nobody, but I didn't have to become your enemy with all your lies at the end of the day. All because of the fact that you didn't want me to elevate. How this type of stuff actually happens when you put that footwork in when it comes to maturing, acting your body weight, not your shoe size. I understood that test at the end of the day was a testimony. God allowed me to see what my Heavenly Mother, Father God, and remove their hands off of me. When the enemy, the enemy tried to stop me. But growth is different when you understand knowledge. Hold on 1 second, was truly power. They said they get your life together, but as soon as you do so, at the end of the day, they send the spell work in a toxic way. You only knew how to communicate the goal within. Understand unconditional love started within. You may not be beautiful or handsome to the average person, but being authentic and loving yourself to understand this next chapter is different. Never lose yourself. I love myself not to dim my light. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. I'm far from a hater. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Faith gets overlooked. The enemy would try to test you, but God's truly loving you. God was never for sale when you truly keeping it real. How the devil tried to shortchange at the end of the day when it comes to your mental health, but you was far from mentally ill. How the enemy was laughing, trying to play you close, try to antagonize you. You get lost in your words sometimes at the end of the day. But only was a hold on 1 second. Elevation is different when it comes to time and day. Outgrowing the old. Wasn't trying to get discouraged at the end of the day, being your biggest cheerleader when folks disrespected you, having this intention like it's free will. That type of stuff actually happens. They can't relate to how God is loving you. Praying to go within, hold on 1 second. They would never understand your point of view. We may not worship the same God at the end of the day, but I'm far from a hater, didn't have to pretend to be authentic. Loving yourself is not a crime. When God never overlooks you, certain individuals will never understand that God was sweet real when God was sweet making you comfortable in your own skin. Even when folks throwing spell work in a toxic way, trying to dim your light, and even energy, harvest over your energy, they had to pretend at the end of the day, playing with spell work in a toxic way, high in their hands, but hold on 1 second, God revealed the devil on the enemy in the most healthiest way, allow you to be emotionally intelligent, hold on 1 second, available. This type of stuff actually happens. Because folks can't wait till you crash out, but you was far from wilding out. At the end of the day, they would do everything in the book to try to get you out of character. But hold on 1 second, maturity is different. Yakking your body, not your shoe size. How God didn't tell a lie. Always be yourself, no intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. No support was God's love. 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 You know, that energy is different. You ain't have folks supporting you at the end of the day. They were sending the evil lie with malicious intentions, trying to outdo you better than you. But you was far from a fool at the end of the day when God truly showed you unconditional love started within. It was never competing when it comes to healing, trauma, and pain. That motivation hits different when God allowed you to see why you self-reflected go within. When it was gang stalking right to left. You know how when God showed you, hold on 1 second, the enemy trying to size you up to psych your free will. Continue to blossom, elevate. Continue to blossom, butterfly. You know, elevation is different. Hold on 1 second, God didn't tell a lie. How a miracle actually allowed you to see while you looked in the mirror that day that you are beautiful, you are handsome, even when they sin spoke in a toxic way. Always be yourself, and I say respectfully, even when you get lost in your words or you feel discouraged because someone says you don't have potential, never give up on yourself. And I say respectfully, you know, with practice comes perfect. You may not be perfect to the average person, but far pretending and being authentic. You wasn't an act at the end of the day, wasn't part of a script. They would never understand unconditional love started within. You wasn't in competition with your neighbor when they tried to antagonize you, getting you out of character the whole on second. You understood your conscience when God should show you that God was protecting you. You know, when God spins the block, the energy is different. God allowed you to see your right from your left at the end of the day. You know that day that you was a baby, you had to crawl before you walk at the end of the day. They would never understand balance hits different when you outgrow the pain. But you're still being patient with time and day to understand elevation hits different. Regardless, try to dim your light, but God made it bright. We ain't the same, neighbor. I'm far from a hater. Always be yourself, no one's intentions. And I say it respectfully. I'm not edgy, no respect, and my content is not for everybody. No, that's the shit. Don't be goddamn it. My content matters. Oh, okay. No, for real, for real. You ever been big single and decide to start talking to someone new? And you started feeling somebody. No, that's the shit, though. You really started liking somebody, whatever the case may be. And y'all kicking it or whatever the case may be. And someone decides to say, you know what? Hey, you, what's going on? You know, the last conversation today, I must have did you really wrong. But you looking good today. I ain't know you had all this, and you, I overlooked you. No other checked up. You know how you got that one dumbass ex that calls you at the end of the day, the one that said, you would never find someone better than me. It frustrated over me. I don't know what the fuck your science they was talking about the other day. It was literally your mentor when it comes to growth. Hold on 1 second. I'm glad you're maturing. To the other day that someone is not spinning the block today. No. It's the same thing how someone would feel like the other day they can reach out to you when it's convenient for them. But all these days out of the year or whatever the case may be, they ain't reach out to you not one time. And they come to find them today, they in a whole relationship with somebody else. What the hell wrong with you? No, it changed on me. Now you ever thought to yourself the other day, if someone could do that to you the other day, they would. If someone could do that to their significant other, what makes you think you're not gonna do that to me? No, I haven't checked on me. I don't do that tick for tack shit. Let alone hold on 1 second. I'm a one person only. Hello. No, but bro, you ever dated somebody at the end of the day that did you so bad, and then they see you in the street at the end of the day? Damn. Can we talk? Nah, absolutely not. I'm going to the precinct. I'm calling 911, you son of a weird bitch and shit. And it checked on me. No, remember, I'm running to get the motherfucking straight in order. Because there should be no reason why I'm bumping into someone in the day. That projected lust playing with spoke in a toxic way. Thought I was supposed to be uncomfortable with my own skin, but I understood elevation is different. You know, conflict is going to bother certain folks' mental health. You ever dated someone at the end of this that said that you thought you was better than somebody, but that was never the case because they was having insecurity problems? They was trying to project it on you, calling you ugly, slow, stupid, and retarded, but hold on, almost like you was truly comfortable within your own skin. You ever had someone rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, even try to energy harvest off your energy? They was pretending to act like they was investing in your time and day, only running games. Hold on 1 second, they was hiding behind spoke in a toxic way. You knew how to respect someone when they couldn't see. You knew how to pour into someone at the end of the day, only realized that they was your enemy. No, and the check up behind this type of stuff actually happens. No, for real, for real. But one blessing that allow you to see at the end of the day, you never stop having a beautiful heart. Only the rest of hold on 1 second. Someone truly saw that you was smart. Someone truly saw that you was smart, genuine, kind, and respectful. Someone truly knew how to love you to actually invest into your time and day, not to get physical. Someone brought peace into your life. They wasn't sending you the evil lie alone, play with spoke to get your time and day when it come to your vocabulary. Whether in the storm that certain folks can relate to, who would have knew that true love was uncomfortable. You know, someone didn't have to project insecurities on you. Someone wasn't trying to fumble you, but someone truly allowed you to see that, hold on 1 second, this chapter is different when it comes to being comfortable loving yourself. You know, when the outside world is sending you the evil lie or projecting spell work, so the love of your life won't see who you are. How this type of stuff actually happens. When you get a good person that has a beautiful heart, and you get someone that doesn't switch up, and you get a good person that pours into somebody that knows how to be loyal and respectful, and they're not trying to do that kick and eat it too. They just truly trying to meet someone halfway. How folks would truly be jealous of a person that actually knows how to love. How folks would be so jealous because they never experienced healthy love. Or someone be jealous of someone because someone is truly respected someone good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. That ain't just different. How someone didn't have to pretend when they said that was truly a miracle that someone woke into their life. How someone was able to get access to someone's heart, not to them that like to do them wrong. Who would have knew that true love was truly comfortable? Only for the right one to walk into your life to show you what balance looks like up close in person. They just bought, hold on one second, the best out of you. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and my content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. I love to talk about love. Love is real, love is one of a kind, what the right one truly for you. It wasn't sugarcoating nothing at the end of the day. The energy is different when someone truly shows you elevation. Is different when it comes to growth, overcoming pain. You still being patient when it comes to certain wounds in your life, but the love you like truly know how to treat you right. Someone didn't have to wear a mask to switch up on you. They didn't have to pretend. Who would have knew that true love was comfortable? You didn't have to pretend to be something they truly wasn't. Or authentic, that's how they was from the beginning, and they only got better with time and day when it comes to your future. Who would have knew that true love allows you to feel while healing trauma and pain was real? Because someone truly know how to keep it real. Someone wasn't trying to fumble you any season. Someone wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too to mistreat you. It wasn't a test, far from a dummy. The energy is different when it comes to your boundaries. Outgrowing the old wasn't running from your past. You understood God's conscience at the end of the day, how true love can truly last. It was a day that you prayed, only for you to realize the hold on one second. God allowed you to believe in your faith. How the right one walked into your life. They didn't have to pretend to like you or love you at the end of the day. They wasn't trying to suck at your pockets, your free will, your conscience. It be a thought for me, how someone could truly love you on your rainy day. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions, because loving yourself is not a crime. And I say that respectfully. You know, when someone walks into your life that loves you, protects you, and respects you, they see you, hear you, and they're not here to overlook you. You know, they don't have to manipulate you or disrespect you to play you close at the end of the day. Someone didn't have to manipulate using God when they walked into your life to treat you right the first time around, because someone's praying for you, not against you. How someone truly shows you they wasn't there to humble you. How someone truly showed you, regardless they're entrepreneur or not, at the end of the day, you gained the love of business partner and a best friend. Understand that, hold on one second, but God didn't make a mistake. You know, just because you don't pray the same as the average person, yeah, both was on the same page when it comes to common sense, pouring into each other. Understand that, hold on one second. I see a future with you. Saying I do to the right person, only for you to realize the hold on one second. You wasn't trying to escape your conscience. You almost gave one a love department, but only realized the hold on one second. Someone didn't have to manipulate. Someone did not have to manipulate God when your heart was never for sale. When it came to keeping it real, how someone brought you true balance when it comes to hold on one second, overcoming those rainy days. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. Because when the right person walks into your life, they laugh at your corny jokes. Y'all have a sense of humor with each other. Y'all able to express yourselves. And it was never for likes and views and clout chasing a fame, because someone didn't have to pretend to be somebody that truly wasn't up close in person and behind closed doors. It wasn't a script when someone truly knew how to love you and truly protect you. And I say that respectfully. Imagine falling in love with somebody and it actually happens. Opposites sometimes attract, but only for you to realize the hold on one second. Everything I asked for in a person, they never had to switch up. They truly allowed you to feel comfortable in your own skin. Someone wasn't trying to disrespect you, put their hands on you. Someone truly shows you. They understand your point of view. And it wasn't confrontation. They say fairy tales not real, but when the right person walks into your life, that you may say I do to the right person, some people are not ready for marriage. Some people are not ready for baby carriage. No, they're traded though. They're not. No. But when you're ready for a relationship, let alone a healthy relationship, someone doesn't have to project lust. Someone doesn't have to project mind manipulation games to play with spoken in a toxic way. And someone shows up in a light that you always pray for. Someone not switching up on you. Someone truly being authentic the whole entire relationship. You never had to question yourself. You walked in a situation blindsided, but allowed you to feel that hold on one second. God was truly protecting your mental health. God was protecting your heart that day. God allowed you to see that hold on one second. It's okay to love to overcome pain. The energy is different when the right person walks into your life and they ain't trying to send you the evil eye. No, ain't the chance that we got done. My cousin might ask. Oh, okay. Because true love is not complicated. When someone loves you, respects you, sees you, hears you, that energy is different. Someone is truly your biggest support team at the end of the day. They're your biggest cheerleader up close in person and behind closed doors. Regardless of what you're going through at the end of the day. Someone truly got your back. Someone is truly showing you and acknowledging that, hold on a second, I'm not reminding you what you overcame. You know, some people came from trauma and pain when it comes to their upbringing. Some people came from a upbringing where they was never showed how to love. Someone didn't know how to protect their heart. Someone poured into the wrong cup. But to get that confirmation at the end of the day, and you prayed for somebody, and God wasn't playing with you, when God spent the block, God allowed you to see why you chose you, God sent the right person to your life to truly love you right the first time around. I'm not using no respect, and my content is not for everyone. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Loving yourself is not a crime. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me 7/31/2025. I do not live in fear, and I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me or trying to project a hate crime towards me. I don't energy harvest people's energy. I don't destiny swipe at people. And I don't project spork towards my neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, a mother and father or a loved one should never have to lose a child or a loved one because someone is jealous or envious or whatever the case may be, or has the mindset of being insecure. Because someone knows how to be authentic, or someone just gets natural love because of the fact that they know how to be themselves. It was a gift from God that a mother and father was able to spoil their child with healthy love. And even if that child didn't get healthy love in that household, that child understood what outgrowing the old looks like, and they wasn't doing it for likes and views. And people just naturally just love them for who they truly are, regardless of their sexual orientation, their disability, age, or their religion. You know, God was never for sale or likes and views or cloud chasing. I'm not using respect that my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless to who has me shadow banned or not. I never signed up for someone's one-sided contract, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not dibble and dabble with spell work, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I do not live in fear. I know how to give my neighbor respect when it's due. I know how to give my neighbor flowers when it's due. Always be authentic. Being authentic nowadays will put someone in the mindset of trying to psych at your free will, try to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, even energy harvest off your energy, or create a hate train towards you. They don't even have to know you, or not at the end of the day, for someone to send you the evil lie, or for someone to project spoke on you in a toxic way. No mother or father, especially when they're a stand-up parent, should never have to have a child stripped out of their hands because someone is jealous and envy, or someone wants to try to control the narrative because someone wants to energy harvest of that baby's energy, or someone wants to project spoke on that baby. How this type of stuff actually happens. My content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself. Today is currently September 15th, 2025. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, no intentions. You know, they act in their body, regardless they came from poverty and pain. They ain't saying your evil lie, they don't play with spoken in a toxic way. That communication is different. They actually cheering you on. They ain't trying to blackmail you against you to kick you down. They truly want you to maintain your smile. They wasn't trying to outdo your trauma, let alone your pain. They actually knew how to respect you at the end of the day when it came to rainy days. The energy is different when the right people walk into your life. They actually respect you with no misintentions. Hold on one second, neighbor, we're not the same. I'm far from a hater regardless to we don't pray the same. I pray to the good God with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless of what person works in this department or what person is this operates out of this mindset when it comes to the tax bracket. I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. My content is not for everyone, and loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Never get discouraged when someone threatens your life that nobody's going to hear your voice at the end of the day because they're trying to project fear in you, or they have a community, or they have folks that they pay, whatever the case may be, to blackmail you against you. You know, gang stalking awareness is really real. And I say that respectfully. It was never for likes and views of clout chasing or fame. You know, individuals would threaten your life. They would dig up your past to pay this person, pay that person to try to blackmail you against you, even if it was a lie or not at the end of the day. How folks would do things for likes and views of clout chasing, or because they want to project pain on you, or do a humiliation ritual towards you. But one thing you never had to do was run from your past because you was comfortable in your skin to speak up for yourself, understand unconditional love truly lasts. I'm not yet, respecting my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. When God sends the right people into your life, I worship the good God with no misintentions. God was never for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. Being authentic is not a crime. How someone watch you for months and years at a time and say that you don't have potential, or they disrespect you in the most toxic way, or they even try to bring harm towards you or gang stalk you. And then they paint you out to be the villain in their story because they try to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, or get you locked up, put you in a psych board. How this type of stuff actually happens. People pick and choose who could talk about God, narcotics, spiritual welfare, spirituality, domestic violence, healing. People pick and choose who could talk about these type of topics. I'm far from a hater. Didn't have to pretend to be authentic. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, regardless to who has me shadow banned. I said respectfully, I never signed up for someone's one-sided ass contract, regardless to who hacked my devices, my emails, or who's monitoring my phone calls, or who's monitoring my everyday activities. And I say that respectfully. How individuals will hack your devices, gang stalk you, pay this person, pay that person to tell you every move, or even hack your devices, monitor your calls, or hack your emails, or paint themselves to be you at the end of the day, but then they say that you're mentally unstable. No, Evan, you need to get it together. I swear, no, doctor. You know the doctor hasn't figured out your diagnosis yet, but one day the doctor will figure it out. No, Evan, I don't know what's wrong with people. In regards to trying to blackmail me against me with my own documentation, I would never hurt myself or my peers around me. I know how to respect my neighbor, even when folks try to antagonize me. I would never hurt myself. I'm not yet, respect. It's no need to send an evil lie at the end of the day because my content is not for everyone. It's not. There's no need to send someone the evil lie or project spoke towards somebody because of the fact that you want them to be a mindset of being low vibrational. You want them to be in a mindset of being insecure, so you have those spoke at them in a toxic way. Or you want them to be in a mindset of not showing up for themselves or them telling the truth. So you get them shadow banned, you pay this person, pay that person, then you disrespect the person in the process, and you try to bring harm towards them to rob them mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, my content is not for everyone. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everybody. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not a crime to be authentic. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. Regardless if you're having a good hair day or a bad hair day. Regardless if you got bushy eyebrows, big nose, big feet, whatever the case may be. When the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, respect you. You know, healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process, and I say respectfully. To the genuine ones, just because someone gave up on you, didn't know how to love you, protect you, respect you, or allow you to feel like you was worthy, or you poured into that wrong cup that day. You are worthy of the right people walking into your life, not energy harvesting off your energy, not projecting spirit towards you, or making you feel like you're not worthy in the day. Because healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process. And everybody's not supposed to be part of your journey, and that's okay. But when the right people walk into your life, they're not saying you're the evil lie. And I say it respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, respect, and I'm far from a hater. When it comes to my creativity at the end of the day, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And I do not worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And my soul is never for sale. Always be yourself. When someone tries to make you feel like you're supposed to live in fear, or they're projecting on you with their insecurities, or they even got to send spirit towards you. You know, there are decent men in this world at the end of the day that know how to respect a woman. You know, they act as if what they have between their leg, and they talk with their chest, and they would never hurt a female at the end of the day, regardless of what they've been through when it comes to their childhood or their healing process at the end of the day. When certain folks outgrow the old for all the right reasons, and they wasn't doing it for likes and music, clout chasing, or fame, that action spoke louder than words at the end of the day. They wasn't running from their past because they knew how to take accountability for their actions. A real man at the end of the day will respect his peers, will respect the woman at the end of the day, and especially when someone is not doing anything to him. You know, respect's a two-way street. My content is not everybody, and that goes the same for a female at the end of the day. How a man or a female don't have to project spoke on their neighbor or energy harvest off their neighbor's energy. We are all not the same when it comes to real recognize real neighbor, far from a hater. Neighbor, just stay in your lane, neighbor. I'm Naya, and you will respect that my content is not for everyone. Today is currently September 15th, 2025, and when it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have since day one. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community, stop the violence in the community. I'm Naya, genuine love respect, and my content is not for everybody. Gang stalking is real. How folks will try to blackmail you against you because they want to control the narrative of who you are at the end of the day. Always be yourself. I'm nice and respect, and I'm far from a hater. Peace and respect, to neighbors, to the ones. Humanity, whether don't dim your light. Gotta go, neighbor, don't dim your light. I gotta go. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I do not play with sport, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say it respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. Have a good day. Now, ever check on me, God darn it. My